Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. We're here for episode number 58. My name is Christian Dragonetti, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friend and Australian PJ professional, Mr. Joel Mitchell. Fuck, I'm getting good at saying that, aren't I?
Yeah,
I'm getting
it's
real
rolling
good.
off the tongue now.
It's rolling off the tongue. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest today as well. We have Mark from Chasing Birdies. Mark, how you doing?
How you going, guys? Good.
Very good. Thank you for coming in, mate. We're very excited for this one because if you've been listening over the last few weeks, ladies and gents, we've got our golf day coming up in association with Chasing Birdies, and it was actually Mark that approached us originally to do it to celebrate 1 year of the pod. And we thought, what better way to try and promote the day, Jolie, than getting Mark on?
Bit of a last minute thing.
Very last minute
When I
thing.
say last minute, I mean 2 weeks.
Yeah, correct.
Golf day's organised, and then you approach me. Not even approach me. You call me. You're going, "Oh,
Should get Mark on.
should get Mark on." I'm like, "Fucking great idea."
Absolutely.
You're not usually full of those.
No, we spoke about it 2 weeks ago on the golf course at Heidelberg.
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just happened pretty quick, didn't it?
Very quickly.
Did you play together? Did you?
We played together a few times
Oh.
since organising the golf day, and
Yeah.
it was one of those conversations where Mark was just like, do you want us to come on and talk about it? I was like, probably a good idea.
That's a good idea. The originator may as well try and explain the day.
Absolutely.
Like,
Mark, we've got a bit of a criteria that we go through every week. And Joel and I, ladies and gents, just to go behind the curtain a little bit, we've recorded this about 15 minutes after we recorded the last episode. So all that talk of, we might get Mark on, we knew he was coming on.
he was in the car. He was in the car. As
He was
we
in
were
the car
talking about it.
driving here as we're going, we'll try and get Mark on next week. See how we go.
That seems like a good idea,
Acting.
mate.
So our recent rounds are exactly the same as last week's, ladies and gents,
I'm
unfortunately.
actually going to go to the previous recent round,
Okay, you can do
which
that.
would have been I mentioned the day before how I was at Heritage, but I'll say Keysborough.
Okay,
So I played the Keysborough
I
Pro-Am
actually want to hear
on-
about this, Keysborough Pro-Am.
So on the Friday, I played the Keysborough Pro-Am and hit it phenomenal.
Yeah.
Hit it great all day. Marcus was on the bag for me. He goes, "That's some of the better ball striking I've seen from you," which was good because we've been working on swing changes, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Found it sort of much like we had at Eastern. Just the putter wasn't hot.
Yep.
Just couldn't get it. I think it's a
Raptor-
confidence thing over with my putter at the moment because that's my biggest downfall at the moment. It's usually a strong point of mine.
Yeah.
So
Raptor was texting me while you were on the golf course at Keysborough, and he sent me a photo, and he asked me to bring this up on pod. He wants to know why there's a little chip taken out of your lob wedge.
That sounds interesting.
The text message, it was a photo of the wedge. It might not have even been your lob wedge. I think it was. But the text message reads, maybe you should ask him why there's a chip in his wedge on the pod.
Silver bird.
he's a dick.
A bit of a silver bird, was there,
Such a
Jolie?
dick. No, there actually wasn't because there's the chip out of a 54 as well. So I think what it would have been, I made double up the second hole there.
Yeah.
Which is a par 5.
Yeah. And why is that such a big thing, Jolie?
Which is why I didn't want to bring it up. It's not a bogey, but
You're a prick.
it's just a double bogey.
It's all right.
Anyway, I
SGM,
was
you can make as many bogeys on
I
par
was
fives as you
sitting at
want from
like-
now on.
I think I was sitting at something like 1 under maybe
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was 1 under. 1 over, sorry. And made double up that second hole. I put my second shot into this greenside trap and I was on like the hard pan downslope.
Yeah.
So I tried to get cute with it thinking I was going to nip it. And there was a lot of sand on there that I didn't feel and left it in the trap.
Yeah.
And then on what I thought was the fluffy stuff on the base was hard pan. So it just went sailing over. Well, not sailing over, but it came out hotter than I thought.
Yeah.
Sounds like my set standard round, I reckon.
And then I've hit this, what I thought was a really, really good chip shot for my 5th shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I didn't want to make bogey, of course, but I'm like, just move on with bogey. You've had 2 out of a bunker. Just move on, get it back to even par for the day and call it a day, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, and I've hit what I thought was a fantastic chip shot into this little slope. And it's like skipped up and spun and then took off, absolutely took off and rolled over the green, almost back into the fucking bunker.
Yeah, right.
So, and because I brought both my 54 and lob wedge over to this spot, not knowing what sort of
you
shot
had.
I had to contend with,
Yeah.
I've like, before I've gone and picked up my lob wedge, I've just smacked the face with the face of the 54. I didn't realize it made it. The chip is like,
It's minuscule.
it's a millimeter by a millimeter. But
Yeah.
yeah, still, that's probably what it's from.
You're an idiot. Now, as I mentioned previously, my recent round was already discussed in last week's episode.
Yeah,
so I
last
don't
week's
have
ep.
anything to go
Yeah.
off.
Well, just concentrate on Mark then.
And then Mark's most recent round, Because you and I were supposed to play together on Saturday.
Yeah,
You'd
well-
messaged me Friday night saying that you'd jumped in our group. We had a couple of changes, whatever else.
Yeah.
And then some stuff happened Saturday morning with the dog, and he was unwell, so I had to cancel golf, unfortunately. So,
That's all right.
but I kept in touch with the scores.
Yeah,
Just
but-
to see how you boys were going.
I've got a curveball.
Okay.
Because of that recent round, I then played another recent round this morning.
Oh, you played this morning.
I wasn't coming on with that 21 points.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Smart man.
So you've been out
Smart man.
today.
So I've been out this morning at Berg,
Okay.
and they're getting in shape for the Pro-Am on Friday. And
Is it looking schmick? I haven't been there for about a
dude, I
week.
was
Be
gonna
nice and quick.
I got to put a story up on the Instagram. They got the the green fertilizer, the dye.
Yeah.
So your ball's just turning green after every shot.
really?
Your shoes, you're walking away with all green shoes and that. But
Hopefully that's helpful.
played this morning with some older guys and walked away with 33 points.
Nice.
It's better.
Which is a lot better. But yeah, just going through a bit of a slump at the moment.
Yeah, because we played golf a couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago as well. And another listener of ours, Craig, joined in with that. It was
Yeah.
me, Mitch, Mark, and Craig. And it wasn't the greatest show of golf from any of us on
It
that
was a
day.
stroke
Incredible.
round.
better, better or worse
Mid-
than playing with him?
Yeah.
Would you rather have 21 points or play with him? I know which one I'd prefer.
He's thinking about it too long. Fuck you, man.
Drake's
That's my second cut question pocket. That's it.
I was actually thinking this morning, like, because I was playing with some older guys, I was like, I just didn't feel like the pressure was on.
Okay.
When you're playing with younger blokes, and it's like, oh, you got to show.
It's like a
Yeah,
competition
yeah,
aspect,
it's
isn't
like,
it?
you
It's
know,
like you want to
That
beat them so
competitive
bad.
aspect
I
comes
can
out.
keep up with these younger, like, when you're playing with older blokes, like, oh yeah, I'm the better player.
Yeah. I love it.
But no, it was good. Went out this morning.
How were the
I mean,
greens?
the drive is struggling at
Yeah.
the moment. My drive, like I was hooking them left nearly every second drive, and it was just
shit.
so frustrating.
Yeah, right.
But no, there was some good improvements. Short game's getting better. Putting was
Your
getting
short
better.
game's pretty good, to be fair. Like it's not. I wouldn't say it's the weakness of your game.
Yeah.
There's others, but yeah, your short game's really good.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. Well, 33, that's considered a
Well,
massive jump from, what did you say, 21?
21 on
21 on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Well, 33, you got to be chuffed with that.
Yeah, mate.
If you keep
there's a
improving
if there's a 3 in front, I'm happy.
That's
well-
it. It's
based off stats,
Yeah.
if you jump 12 points after every consecutive round, your next one's going to be
it's going to be a rock.
going to be a course record
Well, the
sort of
worst thing
shit.
is a 39 just dropped off.
Oh
So
no.
I had a 33 added, but a 39 dropped off.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. So you go out a little bit,
But
but
I've got like 6 rounds now until like a 40 pointer comes off. So
Okay, cool.
just got to.
what's that? What do you call that? The Mitch Cooper
The
rounds?
buffer period.
Yeah, the buffer period. That's the one. That's it.
Actually, I was talking about that with Mitch on Saturday.
Yeah. He
You
loves it.
got 6 free rounds. Off you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's-
Got a bit of time to
they're the
grind
times
now
to-
and put some
Yeah.
good
Well,
scores
that's
in.
the thing. That's like I don't expect too much of myself because I'm literally just rocking up once every weekend to play. Unless I got an RDO, then I'll try to sneak another round in.
And that's what
I
makes
need to start grinding. I need that midweek like practice.
It only needs something. You literally need an hour.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Just so you're waking up on a Saturday morning and it's not foreign. You know what I mean? You're standing up going, oh, I'm not sure, you know.
Yeah.
You can
I know-
relate to something during the week.
I know your work schedule's pretty volatile at the best of times, but yeah, you know that me and SGM are out there every Thursday night after work and stuff around that 4 o'clock, 4:30 mark. So you're more than welcome to come and join us, mate, and have a hit and play a few holes with us. But yeah, no, well, it's getting there, mate.
It's going to be tough at this point in time, though, where after organised events and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like that's I reckon that's what we dive into right now. is,
Absolutely, 'cause I
starting
wanted to-
discuss origin stories and how
Yeah.
it came about and ideas, best events, blah blah blah. and-
Absolutely. So
get into
we'll
it.
start from the start, Mark. I think that's the best place to put it. Chasing Birdies has been going on for a few years now, a couple of years.
Yeah, I'd say it'll be early 2022 we started it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just out of COVID type thing.
yeah.
Is it just
kinda.
yourself?
So I didn't actually start it. It was one of my best mates, Paul. He started it, and it literally just started as like a group chat. Everyone that we knew to play golf got added to it.
Yeah.
And then we were just like, all right, we're going to organize a round.
Oh, cool.
And then it was like, all right, but everyone's chipping in $10 for like a prize kitty.
Oh,
and
cool.
it just kept building.
Did you do like a first, second, third sort of thing, or
Yeah, I think at the start it was like first, second, third. And
this
then,
sounds like a bigger version of the Yarra Masters that
Very much
we
so.
organised.
Very much
Or
so.
that I organised. Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, and then it just kept growing from there. Like more people got added to the group chat. So we just started just increasing, and then we're like, oh, let's start sharing it on social. So
Yep.
we made an Instagram page, and yeah, it just started just growing, and we started putting on more events more frequently. Started reaching out to a couple of sponsors, and they were happy to donate some prizes for the prize pool as well.
How long down the line was this? Like when was when you started? When was your first event? Where was it as well?
First event was Yarra Bend,
Yep.
probably early, or maybe even late 2021, because it was just like a core bunch of mates.
Yeah.
But in terms of like events,
Like under Chasing Birdies.
yeah, under like that, like
The
on
moniker.
social media and everything, was probably back at Yarra Bend again, probably July 2022.
Oh, so
Okay.
pretty,
Yeah. 6
pretty
months.
recent,
cool.
pretty
Yeah,
soon
pretty quick.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
6
pretty
months.
solid.
Yeah, so
who came up with the name?
my mate Paul.
Yeah, he came up with
It's
it.
a sick.
And
it's a sick name.
it is a good name,
It's
but
good.
for us, it should be like chasing double bogeys.
No, but you're not. You're running from them.
Yeah.
You're actually chasing birdies.
So,
I like that.
Mate, when we get that little blue square on the scorecard, there's nothing better. But
Absolutely.
yeah, so but
That's so cool.
to be fair, like it started as just a bunch of social golfers, but at our events now we got people off scratch. You'll be off +5 at Yarrambat probably, maybe more.
Maybe more.
yeah. Ooh.
So yeah, like
Yeah,
single.
It doesn't
If you
stop
think-
him from shooting 6 over.
If you think it does. If I don't remember the last time I shot 6 over. Like, we're in trouble though. We're not winning the day. We have
don't
to
think?
shoot. We have to shoot 15 under
It's
if
good.
we're a 2-ball Ambros because
trust-
it's handicap based, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
you'll be surprised.
so is it a combined handicap divided by 4?
Yeah, that's how.
So
it
that's
works
how
for
you'll
two
do it.
men,
So
yeah.
what you'll be 6.
6.5, yeah, 6 or so.
So
yeah.
if you do like obviously you do
So we're playing
the
off
daily
combined
Is it
divided by-
whites or blues? Out of interest.
we're playing
I've
off
got to
point.
confirm with the pro shop, but I'm pretty sure it'll be whites.
If it's whites, then I'll be definitely off +6.
We try to make
And I'll be
it
off
as
5.
easy as possible.
So that means our handicap is +1, so ours is plus 0.25
Yeah,
or something
correct.
like that.
For the
so
day. We
and
literally have to shoot 15 under.
genuine.
Well, not really.
But we could do
'cause
it.
Absolutely we could.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. There's like, because it's just a social event. Like
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
don't take it too seriously.
No.
Oh no.
So it's not like.
Oh, no, but we're coming to win.
It's not.
We're coming to win. I don't care.
It's not like a pro-am.
They can take it as non-seriously as they want.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm putting in the yards.
locking in.
I'm
He's
locking in. Cue the Rocky montage of me chasing chickens out the backyard. I'm gonna come to your house, chase
by.
chickens at your house, and yeah, just doing push-ups and stuff. Yeah, do 3 push-ups and call it a day.
That's the best.
So 2022 July, roughly, you had the first event.
First proper one, yeah.
We're now in March of 25. So
Yep.
in the span of 2.5 years,
I reckon we've run probably around 20 events now.
yeah,
Yeah. and
Wow,
like
that's-
proper, like prize pool events. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
some
yeah,
solid prizes on the line.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I think that's what brings people back because it's like value for money. Like I always try to keep it affordable.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of events where it just gets too pricey.
Absolutely, it does.
the reason behind that, so I'm not sure if you do know, but I ran a pro-am in early 2023 at Rosanna, right? And in terms of money value, it was kind of expensive to get into. I made it that way. And just because the whole experience of the day was so red hot, plus the prizes were so high in value. Like the nearest to pin prize was a Bushnell, like a rangefinder, $600
cool.
rangefinder sort of
wow,
thing.
that's-
So it was like that sort of stuff. But in terms of like you were saying value for money, I think people value the experience more than
Yeah.
going, oh, I won a driver second place. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
everyone wants to win it, but I feel like the majority like value the actual
social
experience
aspect.
more rather like showing up and maybe having a bacon egg muffin in the morning and a coffee.
Yep.
And then going out, having a good day, coming back and there's a little lunch and a couple beers and everyone's laughing and yapping, playing on a golf course and
Absolutely.
and then they walk away going, that day was sick, rather than the guys that came in to lock in, won a driver and left. I feel like they got less value than the guys that actually enjoyed the day.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is probably prioritized more.
Yeah, yeah.
You think? So that's probably why you're saying it's affordable
Yeah.
for one. Like you're saying like this is $60 entry or 65?
Yeah, this one's $60 entry.
Nothing, man.
Yeah.
That's nothing. Generally,
And
like
like-
for pro-ams especially that I've been involved
Yeah.
in, per person, it's 300
Yeah.
something sometimes a head.
Well, we both played in a pro-am early, Jan. I won't mention which course, but I reckon it was lacking a lot of on-course involvement.
Okay.
So that whole like nearest to pin, longest drive,
well,
all
they
those.
had the nearest to pins and all that, but like just more sponsored holes where like
Yeah.
You just get more engagement.
So it was just lack of interactivity sort of thing, like no drinks cards or anything.
Yeah. Where then like 2 weeks ago, I played at my best mate Marco. He works at Melbourne Victory. Played at their golf day at Q, and it was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I've obviously had a bit of experience with Heidelberg's Pro-Am. Like you played in it last week, right? At the time of recording, or time of listening. Sorry, and generally, those events are really good. You can, like you said, every hole sponsored. Sometimes multiple holes are sponsored by the same company, which is even better. Right? You've got the Berg Cage, which is coming back again this year, which is going to have drinks and some food and DJ and a nice area for people to sit in and watch the golf and across a fair few different points of the golf course.
Where they should put the Bird Cage on the back of the 17th tee box.
No, then you're only watching one hole.
Exactly.
Par
3.
The reason why it's good because you can see blokes coming down 9.
Yeah.
Teeing off 10, teeing off 5, teeing down 1, and coming up 18 as well.
Yeah, of course.
You're seeing
And
the
it's
most.
close to the pro shop, so you can just duck off, take a quick slash, and
You can go to the bathrooms and stuff.
In terms of that, yes.
Yeah.
In terms of
it's
that.
the best spot to get everything at once.
Yeah.
If you
Seeing
wanted to
people
create
cut out stuff.
if you wanted to create a party hole,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It'd
If you're
be
going to
17.
have, like, I think the not the improvement. I've seen the Bird Cage. It's red hot. It's awesome. But I've seen a lot of sort of similar ideas. Like at the Wagga Pro-Am, they had this whole setup very similar to it, and it was on the back of a par 3 tee box.
Yeah.
And there was 40 to 50 members drinking and yelling and heckling and stuff. Every time you miss the green, you get booed.
Yeah.
Every time you hit the green, period, they'd go mental.
but
Right, so I reckon that would be cool.
yeah,
I reckon that'd
100%
be cool on
it would be
17.
100%. But going back to those extra things that they do so well, it'd be. I can understand from your perspective where it would be almost disappointing is a harsh word, but it would be disappointing to have an event like that where it's not quite as up to scratch as others. Like you can just sort of see like there's a new trend that everyone's starting to go down, and if you're not doing that, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah, correct.
Type of thing. So, it's good, and that's a large reason to why you guys have been so successful in your own events because you've thought about that sort of stuff and what genuinely keeps people coming back aside from the golf. It's everything else that you include. So, decent prizes, some appearances if there needs to be from people of celebrity or whatever it might be, or events like fun competitions inside, good prizes and all that kind of stuff. So when you approached me about our event at the end of the month and said, here's, originally it was one message.
Yeah.
Are you interested? And I was like, yeah, okay. Like, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
You gave
And
me
then
a
a
call.
week and a
You're
half
like, "What's
later,
this
a week and a half later, you came back to me with this list of everything you wanted to do, and I was like, "Oh, okay, he's taking it pretty seriously." I thought it was just again, like you'd mentioned, an excuse to just get out and have a hit with a few people, which is ultimately what it is. But everything else included.
I remember the phone call. You called me and you going, you know these guys, yeah? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, because our general manager at Rosanna, David, I reckon he's played in a couple of your events. David Wren. I'm pretty sure. It's either that or he's somehow
Mentioned it in some way, shape, or
he's somehow
form.
mentioned it. Yeah, it's something like that. But yeah, I've obviously
he definitely follows.
he
us
definitely
on
follows
Instagram,
you. I know that.
Yeah.
But he's thinks highly of the organization, and I've heard it from him before. And that's why when you ask me, "Oh, is this legit? Like, what's this all about?"
It wasn't even that. It was just more of a
like-
case of we've been reached out to by Mark.
Yeah, is this the thing we want to do?
Would you be interested in doing this?
And like,
because if
when-
I can get you over the line in a golf event, then I like it's legit.
Yeah,
to me. And that's not a discredit to you or anything like that. It was just like I know golf events through him, right? Mostly because he comes back every 3 weeks and tells me about them, right?
Yeah. But when you asked me on the phone, he goes, "Are we doing this?" I'm like, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This is the real
I was
deal,
sold
dude."
already, and then that was just the nail in the coffin.
like, this is the real deal, dude.
It's like I just need to confirm with Joel.
Yeah.
It's like, Joel's in. Joel's in.
And then it's been full steam ahead, and he hasn't shut up
I can't
about
wait.
it.
Should be good. Should be good.
Buzzing.
I'm looking forward to this more than I'm looking forward to my wedding.
Wow.
Totally. Ellie. No, I'm kidding.
Ali doesn't listen. It's all good.
Yeah, that's facts.
But no, I'm very excited for it. We've managed to get a bunch of really cool sponsors on board as well.
Definitely.
I want to know. So you've got some relationships with some of these sponsors, and you've had over the years.
So these two here are probably our strongest relationship: Moondog Brewery and Clutch & Co. Clutch & Co was probably our first major sponsor that jumped on board.
Yep.
Dom Tyson, former AFL player, now runs a golf clothing apparel business with his brother.
Yep.
Yeah, I just reached out to him, and he was all for supporting social golf and growing his brand. So
Because that's their demographic.
yeah,
And it's awesome.
Yeah. That's
Trying to crack.
the literally the you guys, the younger sort of, 25 to say 40.
Yeah.
We'll go with that demographic rather than the older demographic of a general golf club.
High quality, affordable
Social.
products.
Social.
with that.
That's what they want.
Relaxed.
That's what you guys
casual
want, though. That's
feel.
what-
yeah.
The stuff's awesome.
That's what. Yeah, it's impressive stuff, and you guys.
And
Have,
even like custom apparel,
Yeah.
yeah,
just at wholesale rates, can get us a minimum order,
yeah.
and we'll hook his up. And
It comes up.
We'll, polos, quarter zips.
Might be worth us getting a couple of polos made
Yeah,
up with our logo on
Good.
for the event.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can rock those. That'd be pretty
organise
sick.
that.
We'll have to get in
Might
touch
be a
with
bit
Dom.
last minute now for this one, but
That's all right
might
for,
be a bit
for future ones.
events,
For future
yeah,
ones.
Even just to
definitely.
sit on the podcast, mate. I'm
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
It'll
definitely.
be good. But
Yeah,
no,
it would.
so you've obviously been in touch with them for a long time, and then
Yeah,
how
yeah.
does Moondog come around? Because
Moondog came around last year.
Yeah.
I touched base with Moondog and Ben there. In
Did you
Preston.
know him previously?
No, it was just an
'Cause
email.
I've been to Moondog World and it's awesome.
yeah.
Like,
It's
with that
sick.
with that like
Really good.
stream thing through
Yeah,
the middle,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
sick.
It's
like,
awesome.
did you just contact him? Did you?
Well, we've been going to Moondog for the Super Bowl party for like the last 5 years.
oh wow,
Yeah, so we
okay.
always had a good time there, and I was like, you know what, I'll reach out to him, and I've connected with Ben there, and he's a golfer as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he was all for it, supporting us, and they've been a really great sponsor of ours. So
good.
and
we're so stoked to have him on board,
And
both of them.
Moondog themselves has actually opened up a fair few venues now.
Yeah,
it's
they
not
have.
just Preston.
They have,
They've
yeah.
got Docklands.
Yeah.
There's one at Marvel I just saw
Yeah,
recently.
that's the Docklands one.
Yeah,
I think
they've-
it's outside Gate 7.
yeah,
Well, that's cool.
They've got like a Wild West one in Footscray.
Yeah.
Which is like mechanical bull, like jump on.
that's
a mechanical bull.
Frank,
really?
it's Frank Acozzo's old
yeah,
old
they
building.
took over
Really?
Frank
Yeah,
Cotto, yeah. And then I think they've got a beach one down in Frankston.
So
Yeah,
cool.
so
Yeah,
cool.
like a
Oh,
beach
so
party.
It's
continuously
growing. It's a
expanding.
local business that's growing.
Do
which
you
is
like?
awesome.
Do you have some of your stuff there, like the Chasing Birdies stuff there? Do you have shirts and stuff
No,
hanging up on
no,
the
no,
wall, or is it just
I
more
wish.
them with you guys?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it,
more them
from
supporting
them?
us.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So no, they've been a great sponsor as well. But some new sponsors jumping on for this event. One being H Golf.
I've seen they're
And-
kicking goals.
Yeah. So I've spoken to David up in Queensland, and he was happy to jump on board as well. And we're actually going to have. We've never run a proper pro pin to win a wedge. for
Oh,
this event.
cool.
So
From H Golf.
from H Golf.
That's pretty sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So
That's really
one
cool.
player will walk away with a brand new wedge.
Nah,
Close to pin. That's so sick.
That's pretty cool.
That's so sick. I do have a couple questions for you.
Yeah, go.
One, what do you reckon has been the best event, apart from obviously the one on the 30th? That's going to top the table.
Yeah, that would be the top.
But what's been the best and most successful event, and what surprised you the most? Not about the best event, but about the whole thing,
This
about all the
adventure.
20 events, like organizing things. Like, what has
Yeah, yeah.
surprised you the most? So, best one, then the surprise.
It's hard to put it down to one best event.
But what stands out the most? We'll go with that.
Probably the most standout was one late last year at Ewing Meadows.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why is that?
we had just a good group of people come. We
Yeah.
had a fair few there, and everyone was just so excited for the day. Like
Yeah.
it was just good aura about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the course was playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Which always helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a bonus.
Yeah. We got to run at the 2T start that way as well, because it's hard to organise getting everyone out kind of similar time and getting everyone back.
Yeah, unless you do a shotgun.
Yeah, and like,
But you need to stack the field for a
numbers. Yeah,
shotgun.
that's
you need
right.
you need 80 players for a shotgun
the fact-
at least.
The fact that was a 2T start, and
Yeah.
it was just everything ran smoothly that day. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good one. It's
Good. Biggest surprise, has it like been easier or harder to organise a day than you thought? Like,
Some just like it really easy, and
Yeah.
some can have their challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Ewing Meadows stands out. We ran one down at Club Mandalay. That was not a bad event too.
I saw a few photos of that one. That looked pretty
Yeah.
good.
That was a good event.
Yeah.
Um,
And then there was another one out Countryway recently.
We ran one out down in Creswick.
Yes.
Played out there, RSCV
Oh,
Golf
yeah,
Fields.
yeah.
That was a good event too. We did like a president style Cup.
Oh,
It was
President's Cup event.
Yeah, it was red versus blue, or I think it was
That's
blue
sick.
versus white. I can't remember the colors, but
Yeah.
so it was like one team versus another team.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
awesome.
And that was probably one of my most favorite events too.
Yeah.
Do you do the same format for every event, or do you change it up?
Well, our most popular format is just Stableford.
Okay, yeah, of
individual
course, yeah,
Stableford.
Yeah.
But we do like doing team events as well every now and then.
And that's what I kind of, when you sort of said 2-person Ambrose
Yeah.
for this one, I was like, I'm all
I
I'm
love
all for
that
it.
idea.
Yeah.
All
I
for it
love that
because
idea.
it just, despite my competitive aspect from earlier, right, being in a team with you or whoever it might be, just smash and driver as hard as I possibly can on every hole, right, trying to find
You'll be
the best
hitting the shot
position.
first on every shot. You
Absolutely.
realise.
Absolutely. I don't care. That's fine. Get me out of the way and then you can take over. No dramas. That's fine.
And then once we get to my ball, you hit it first again. Then we get
Yeah.
to my ball and you hit. No,
Exactly.
just playing.
Exactly. If we take 3 of my shots on the day, I'll be impressed. Right? But no, it's just team event for this sort of environment and this sort of event that we're looking to, create and run. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So really, really looking forward to it, mate. But look, I want to know, aside from all the best parts about it, I want to know what is the most difficult thing about organising it. Is it the back and forth between golf courses? Is it chasing people for money? Is it like people just complaining on the day? I want to know what we can basically expect.
Based off my experience of running an event, I know exactly the answer.
Correct. Right. I want to know from your perspective, what is it? What are we going to put the guards up for the most on the 30th?
Well, I can't say I've had any complaints from the days, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or if there is, they've kept quiet.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I mean, organising a golf course to play at, like, let's social bookings on, and then also trying to work out numbers prior to the event.
Yeah.
Because you can tell a pro shop, save us 30 spots.
Yeah.
32 spots, and it's like you're setting
gotta
a
commit.
standard to fill that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that can be quite difficult at times, just trying to get a gauge on numbers and whatnot. At late minute withdrawals can be difficult to deal with. But to be honest, nothing's really been too difficult where I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
got to stop doing this now. It's getting a bit too hard to do. But I feel like it just all runs pretty smoothly because you rely on the group as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I'll give the nearest set of pin markers to the first group,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're asking the last group to bring them in.
Yeah,
So you're just relying on the group, just like everyone.
Bit of
And I
back
suppose
scratching.
once people figure out that it
Yeah.
is, for the majority, it is just you by yourself organising these events and organising the sponsors and the prizes and everything else.
Yep.
People are a bit more willing to help out in some way, shape, or form, be it through taking the NTPs out or
Simple
collecting them
stuff.
at the end of the
Simple
round,
stuff.
whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But that's fair enough.
From my experiences, I completely back what you're saying. Like the hardest part I find about organising an event is the people. That's the hardest part. Like I found organising the golf course, organising prizes, organising the format, organising exactly actual like the run sheets, exactly what staff you need on. This is from my experience of the golf club, specifically the pro-am I was involved in. The people are the hardest part. That's the hardest part. Like me choosing the prizes took me 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I just sat down with Raptor and Luke and quickly went, right, golf bags for first place, wedges for second, shirts for third, hats, gloves, towels, and balls for fourth and fifth, and nearest to pins. That's it. Done.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was 15 minutes. It
Yeah.
took us 3 months, 4 months for me to organize this. The hardest part was to even some of the sponsors of the day were like 2 weeks out. I'm like, are you still in? Like,
Yeah,
are
what's
you
going
still like talk to me? Are you still in this day? And I've got a whole group for you booked out. I've got 4 pros for you to play with. Are you in or not? Like that sort of shit. Already had the formats, already had the run sheets, already had everything, already had drinks and lunches.
Just
and
getting people to commit.
it was for the people. Yeah, it was the people.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part. And once the second people went locked in and you got, it's terrible to say, but once their payment goes in, then it's like an obligation for them to
show up.
fully commit.
Yeah.
Like if you haven't got their payment yet, it's not a yes.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? Like as shit as that is, but
Yeah.
it's how it is.
That's
It's
reality of it,
literally
yeah.
reality.
And while we're on the topic, I'll quickly digress. If you haven't already, we most likely have reached out to everyone who's
I'm
booked
pretty
in for the
sure.
day,
I don't
sending
know,
a
actually.
message
I'm not actually
with the
sure.
payment details. If you haven't received that message, I know I forgot to message Dave McCulley and he hit me up the other week.
Yeah.
But no, if you haven't had a message from us regarding payments just yet, be sure to reach out. We'll probably go through the list at some stage in the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
Figure out what's going on. And yeah, we'll
maybe just after this, we might just
we'll
sit
go
down
through
for
it.
5 minutes and just quickly.
We'll go through it.
If it's any of the guys that we're involved with closely, we'll just go, yo, quickly. Just
correct. So yeah, you will be getting a message from us if you haven't already. Regarding that. So please, if you could, get it through promptly. That'd be great.
It's not even we want your money. It's more or less you're paying for your experience of the day. It's you're paying for the experience of the event and you're paying for your spot. Basically, it's not like give us money because we want it.
No,
you're paying for your day. You're paying for the event.
And as we said a couple of weeks ago, it's one less headache for us on the day.
Oh, exactly.
I don't want to be coming and tapping plays on the shoulder while they're hitting putts on the putting green, going, "Hey, have you got $60 for me?" Like you haven't paid yet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the last thing I want to be doing.
Yeah.
The one thing I've really enjoyed, because I've been following you guys for a little while now, and we sort of got to know each other when we started the podcast, right? The one thing I enjoy the most about Chasing Birdies is that your events aren't super regularly and super often. You do maybe one or two, maybe at most 5 a year, would you say?
We try to aim for like one every 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
I was
every
gonna
6
say,
weeks.
That's probably the aim.
Yeah. So
But
it's
like over the summer, like we just took a break. Like
Yeah.
people go on holidays and
holidays,
Christmas and all that kind of
all
stuff.
that, and
It's
just
fair
like-
enough.
and it's also a lot harder to get onto the golf course booking, grab a whole group during the summer because of that reason.
What was the most surprising course you got onto that you think? Like, as you're obviously saying Yarra Bend and Yarrambat and Mandalay and stuff like that, and Yarring, they're generally places you can get onto.
Usually
Pretty
it's-
cruisy.
Yeah, pretty cruisy to get on all the
What's the
public
one where you're
tracks.
just like, oh, let's take a gamble, and you did?
It's
Royal Melbourne West, cool.
PK North.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't know.
Raptor,
Honestly,
if you're listening.
It's a hard one to think about because everywhere has been pretty accommodating.
Yeah.
Like even we played at Gisborne one round.
It's been sick.
It's a pretty cool track.
I like that course.
There's a lot of dog licks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't sure how they would go with because they're a membership club as well, but they do allow social booking. So, and generally it's a Sunday. So they're a bit
How many did
more-
you get out to Gisborne?
Gisborne was a while back now. I'd say there would be about 20 of us out there.
That's impressive to get that many people to drive that far. Or for us,
Yeah,
it's a
because
fair
Gisborne's
track.
not close, and it's actually in the middle, like not in the middle of nowhere, but it's not anywhere close to
much.
like I've been out to Gisborne a few times, and at some points, like, is it this road? Like,
But you know what? Some people enjoy like the travel out, like even Creswick.
Yeah.
That's
sometimes it makes it
a
worth
day
it.
of it.
Because if you're in the car for half an hour, 40 minutes, it's sort of the tension builds up, the anticipation builds up. By the time you get there, you're like, oh, I'm here. And then you just enjoy it. Like,
Absolutely.
rather than
pe-
driving
pe-
somewhere, you're like, oh, I've been there a million times.
I feel like people enjoy playing new courses as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you're talking about 30, 40 people or 20 to 40 people per booking, the majority of them would have played all the local tracks in the area.
Yeah.
Now, for us doing it at Yarrambat makes a lot of sense. Like it's like we wanted it to be local. We didn't want to ask people to travel too far and all that kind of stuff. And
when we discussed it, I was like, I'm going to try and make it as local as possible.
Yeah.
I think you've nailed it.
I think I
absolutely
did.
nailed
It was
Nutted
initially maybe going to be Club Mandalay, and then I was like,
Which
you
wouldn't
know
have been
what?
too bad either.
And then I was like, you know what? Let's go Yarrambat.
Yeah. Yarrambat's going
And
to
we
be
haven't held an event at Yarrambat yet.
even better.
start.
Even better. So there's going to be hopefully a few people that have been at Chasing Birdies events in the past that haven't played Yarrambat
there
at
is
all.
a few, yeah. There will
So
be.
It's good. You would have spoke to Brock and stuff like that quite a bit, or
Who am I dealing with? No, I'm dealing with Matt.
Matt. Okay.
Matt.
Yeah.
I think he's the manager there.
Yeah.
but no,
Yeah. I'm being related closely with those guys. So
he used to be a member out there.
I was junior days. Yeah. So I've only played there once or twice. I fucking know every tree on that joint. But
Yeah, because you hit from behind.
I've hit them all. But no, okay, that's good. You spoke to Matty boy, so
It's going to be good.
was
And
sorted,
we had Toby in here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
At the time of listening, and
I was thinking that when I was driving in, I was like, they've had Chinese tour professional Toby Walker sitting in his chair. Now they got Melbourne's worst bogey golfer.
come on, don't say yourself that short. No, that's not even the comparison. It's just Toby's doing a bit of work at Yarrambat at the moment.
He is.
Before he gets out to China, and he was talking about it as well, and he was trying to figure out a way in which he can get involved in the day, which we might discuss off pod as well.
Yeah. If we're doing that, I won't say anything.
No, we'll figure it out. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super, super excited for the day. We've got a few extra sponsors. I want to know about Wilson Golf. How did that come? Because Wilson's a huge brand and a
Yeah.
huge name. Was that quite straightforward as well, getting them on board, or do you have a contact
it's
through them? Or?
just through a friend, yeah.
Yeah, through a friend.
I won't name names, but
Yeah, that's
through a
fine.
friend.
Was
But-
that through Yarra Bend?
No, it's not through Yarrabed.
Okay,
Um,
that was my guess.
but yeah, they just had some spare products to donate, so
Why
they
not?
helped us out. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Chuck a pair of shoes or a wedge or something,
Whatever it might be.
or a
But no.
putter or something.
That's it.
And the Flat Stick boys, they jumped on.
Of course,
they're local
yes.
boys too.
They are.
So I think
I
they're
see
out
them.
north too.
They were playing out at Growling Frog over the weekend.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
so-
one of them plays out of Hidden Valley.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
joint.
Yeah,
I like Hidden
that's
Valley.
pretty
It's a
cool.
good place.
So yeah, they jumped on board too with a couple of prize packs. So that
Yeah.
should be good.
Absolutely.
But I'm excited for this H Golf Pro Pin.
Absolutely. I think
Is that-
it's cool.
what
I
How's
think
that
I
on?
might do a little teaser.
What hole's that on?
I think I might throw a little teaser on Instagram, just like a little.
Why not?
I'll say it's an even.
Have you got
hole.
any?
I
Have,
know, yeah.
So it only rules out one.
it's an even numbered hole, is it? Right. Okay.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I know what hole it's not on.
Yeah. Correct.
If you're saying even numbers,
Yeah,
I've
because I
dealt-
think there's only one par 3 that's not on an even number hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But there's another par 3 that if they had it on that hole, there's words. I'm having words.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I better run it by you first.
We'll figure it out. But no,
But yeah, they're growing quite well up there in Queensland H Golf.
they're doing really good, and they've just
Custom built forged golf clubs and wedges.
Oh, good.
And after sales service, like any adjustments you need,
yeah.
Straight on it.
straight on it.
Straight on it.
Beautiful.
And they've also
Sort of-
just announced in the last couple of days at the time of recording, like a hollow headed like game improvement iron. as
Oh, really?
Similar to a P790
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of idea. So
Jubilee series.
Adversity.
Jubilee series. And it's called like just
Bit of versatility.
yeah. How cool does the Jubilee series sound? It's like a as a
What's
name.
that mean? What's it like? Is it just a name? or is
It's
it-
like you're getting blessed. Yeah. Golf
Oh, of course. Oh, I like that. I fuck with that. I like that. Can I ask for the golf day? You don't have to say it. What are the prizes?
We've already
They're
we've already
decent.
mentioned a couple.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. I'm not going to say what they are.
Yeah, yeah,
'cause,
yeah.
You know, keep the excitement there for the
All
day.
right, all right. Well,
Absolutely.
All right, then tell me this: is it like a first team, second team, third
Yes.
place, and then like nearest to pins long drive, or is it?
Yeah, we'll go first, second, and third teams. We'll do nearest to pin on all par 3s.
Yeah,
Pro
pin.
one will be a pro pin.
pro pin. Yeah,
So there'll be three
in
nearest to
pro pin.
pins. I was thinking about a long drive, but
Nah,
I just feel like it's because you got like people like yourself and scratch golfers, and then we got some 30
yeah,
handicappers
yeah,
as well. So it's a bit
understandable.
unfair. Like, and then you got to go into grades
Because
if you wanna do
anyone
that.
can hit it close. Not
Yeah,
anyone can hit it. Not
that's
everyone
right.
can hit it far.
So we've trialed like a best approach on a par 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we trialed
Like a
that.
regulation approach.
So it has to be your
Third shot or
third shot.
Yeah,
on.
regulation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
third
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
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 So
I like it.
That could be cool.
I like it.
But yeah, I'm still
great.
working. I'm still I'm still
That's
working
great.
all that out.
And
Hey, yell out because
Yeah.
like I said, I've run a pretty high, like very, very sophisticated, I'll say, pro-am.
Yeah.
So if you need a hand with that sort of stuff, like
absolutely.
I was fortunate enough that mine was very successful, and I had don't worry, I had a lot of help with
Yeah.
like home course stuff and a couple guys external to the club. But yeah, this sort of stuff is like right up our alley. We do this a lot during the year. So if you've got it under control, and like I said this on the phone to him. I'm actually so impressed with like how easy it actually is.
well,
Like
that
how easy you've done it, how easy you've made it. Like
Yeah,
And
it's kind of like a rhythm now. Once you run a couple,
Yeah, correct.
It's like
Yeah, it's easy.
kind of
Yeah.
get in a rhythm.
you know
of
what
it.
works, know what doesn't.
Yeah.
and I've mentioned this a couple of times in previous episodes.
Yeah.
Right. We, Joel and I, have done nearly nothing in terms of preparation for this and like helping you organise it or any way, shape, or form. We've advertised the shit out of it,
All we've
and
done
we're
is
always going to.
gathered some players to jump on
We've
board.
got some
and-
players, which is great.
I think you got Raptor on board.
Yeah, we might have got Raptor on board, which helps, right?
Probably more than we would have liked. No, I'm kidding.
Is he going to want to come on for like another 3 episodes to talk about it as well?
Honestly, we could have a 2-week episode.
You could make a
with Raptor.
series out of it.
Absolutely,
could. The Raptor series.
the Raptopolis series.
The Raptor series.
But no, it's an absolute credit to you, mate, because
Sounds like a car break.
like I said, I got a message to say, "Are you keen?" And then the next message was, "This is what I've got," and I'm like, "Awesome, sounds great." And then the next message was, "These are all the sponsors I've got lined up," and I'm like, "Oh shit, he's dove
this
in
is it.
head first,
This
like
is
he's
it.
going for it."
How good was the flyer though?
Oh, the flyer
That
was
was
elite.
good.
The
That
elite.
was
If you
so
haven't seen
good.
it, head to our Instagram and Chasing Birdies Instagram. It's up there as well. Mate.
When you say we haven't had much involvement in terms of the actual running of the event, probably
That's where
not.
No.
but you'll step up on the day.
But
I'm sure.
yeah,
I'm sure.
Because
I'm happy to be MC.
Yeah, between the two of us. Yeah.
Legit, I will. Dead ass.
I'm looking
Done it
you
a million
now.
times, and I love it. I love doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because I yap. Not yap, but I
Honestly,
talk so much shit.
We could probably do it together
Yeah, we
in
could.
complete honesty.
Yeah, we could.
But no, we're gonna fill our shoes full of it on the day, I'm sure, and contribute
If
as
you
much
need
as we
MC,
possibly
give
can.
me a mic and we're on.
Absolutely. But no, we'll
it's
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
We're teeing off from like 8 o'clock in the morning.
golden.
I'm gonna be there at 7. No doubt you'll probably crash at my joint the night
next
before.
day. the day before.
Yeah,
sorry.
the day before. I'm going actually later this week. I'm going to just camp up on
just
the
camp
putting
there.
green.
Yeah,
I'll be there for a week and a
tapping
half.
you on the shoulder. You're in the 18th bunker. What are you doing here? I'm waiting for the golf day. I'm waiting for the golf day. So excited you are.
But no, mate, it's promising to be a really fun, interesting day, and we
be a good one.
can't wait. We really can't wait.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Now.
This is where we test you.
Okay.
Questions from the second card.
See his face. Like, what the fuck?
He's like, oh shit, what have I done? I'm just going to delete my one from earlier because I've got one for you. Do you want to go first, second, or third?
I'll go first
As
because
the
I feel
guest?
like mine's pretty average.
Okay, no, that's fine.
There's no such thing.
Toby was the last person to go first when we had a guest on, and he
Yeah.
produced a worldie.
He produced a good one. No pressure.
No pressure.
Because I feel like this is coming from a higher handicapper.
Okay.
My question is, it probably plays into, it's a 2-part question, but it probably plays into each other.
Yeah.
What's a shot on the golf course that you dread hitting?
Mm-hmm.
And then what's a shot when you hit it, it's like, that's the best feeling ever.
Oh.
And don't put any putts on there. Just
No.
just shots.
So the shot that you dread the most, but the best feeling shot if you pull it off.
They don't have to work into each other, but
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like if I've got a most dreaded shot and then I hit that shot to perfection, I'm like, wow, that's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, okay.
But
I'm going to split mine. What about you?
can
What are you
split
doing?
if you want.
Mine, I can split mine, but mine is the same kind of because you're probably going to turn around and be like that 40, 50 meter bunker shot.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm not. So that's fair enough.
You go first then.
I hate like a little short, like chip, like greenside chip that's into grain.
Yeah, as anyone would.
Right?
Yeah,
Into
understandable.
grain, like the grass is working against you. It's just going to grab the club and maybe flip it over or open up the hosel as it has done for me on plenty of occasions. And you've really got to commit. You've either got to open the face up, expose more bounce, whatever it might be. And when you get to pull that off and put it reasonably close to a point where you're thinking, I can drain that, right? That's pretty like satisfying. But the one that sticks out for me being the shot that I like when it pulls off nicely and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. When I've got like a little 40, 50 meter like pitch shot with a wedge, it clicks off the club face. It's nippy. It's coming out low with heaps of spin. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, stop, 6 feet, less than. And it's just, how good's that?
yeah.
Even if it's, and for me, my expectations of success are so like wide at the moment, especially with my short game, that even if it's not close to the hole, but I've executed everything perfectly,
You've hit it well.
I've hit it well,
Yeah.
I'm still pretty wrapped with myself.
I
So it's
actually
not
noticed that
necess-
yesterday. There was one particular hole that we both pumped the drive on. Oh, hit that good shot.
It was
down.
on the first hole, like on the back 9.
No, not that one.
What
No.
course?
It was
Easton.
Oh, that's
It was
right,
out
he's
at
played
Easton.
yeah.
It was on the par 5 out the back, short par 4, and then short par 4 little dog leg before I hit that like a knife fucked 4-iron on that par 3.
Yeah, that
That little short one. I've hit this like little peely cut
Yeah.
middle fairway. He's hit a bomb over the bunker next to mine.
Yeah.
I've hit a very ordinary shot to like just outside probably 15 feet
Mm.
and sound like a dick here. We're only about 45 out.
Yeah.
And I was like really confident with those sort of shots and I thought I hit it well. It stopped about just outside 15 feet and I wasn't too happy. And yours came out low and clippy and it spun to just outside mine.
just inside.
Oh, just inside mine. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's going to hate that. And you loved it.
I loved
because
it.
you hit it so good.
Because I hit it so
That
good.
explains a lot.
I just didn't hit it hard enough
Explains a lot.
because it hit it closer to the hole. I
Yeah.
did everything else perfectly.
Yeah.
I just didn't hit it hard enough to hit it closer to the hole. So those situations, but no, those chips into grain. Fuck off.
My most dreaded shot,
I was
is-
interested in Joel's answer on this one.
it's probably like a short side wedge shot on like on a firm lie. So that doesn't mean into or a tight lie. It's a firm lie, meaning like hard pan or even if it is on grass, but I have firm base.
Yeah.
I hate that because you don't have to, but you really would like to open up the wedge to get it high to stop close, but you just can't. So you got to
Expose
suck
too
it
much
up to hit it
leading
to
edge.
20 feet rather than knifing it. Like specifically, very specific on the 12th hole at Rosanna.
Yes.
I generally have anywhere from a 6 iron to a 2 iron in, depending on what the wind's doing or how good I hit the drive. Left is water, dead. So don't hit it left of the green. Right is a very hard bunker shot. And just right of that bunker is this little sort of, is all just hard pan. Or it's just it's all where the traffic goes. It's not grass or anything. Oh, it is, but it's very patchy and it's very, very it's not a good spot because you're going over a ridge of the bunker down to a small green, blah, blah, blah. And so generally either short right or that bunker is like my bailout. If I don't hit the green, I want it in that bunker or just short. And sometimes I get a bit too conservative and I have that short side shot and I'm on a hard pan to a tight pin and I'm standing over it going, I don't actually know what to do here. So I just sort of try and hit the green.
Good 5.
Like,
One
yeah,
of us.
literally. Like,
One of
yeah,
us.
literally. So that's very specific, but that little hard pan shot from 20, 30 meters, I dread the most.
Yeah.
I hate it because I actually don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone does know how to play that shot, you're lying. My favorite shot
That when it pulls
to pull it off
yeah.
is probably hitting something from more than 200 to 210 meters out into a par 5.
Yeah.
Hitting the green with a 2 iron or 3 wood or something like that and landing it, let's say within 30 feet. Like
You hit
just
one-
when, like I've scoped the flag, I've got 228, 231 into a par 5 and you just lace 3 wood and it never leaves it. I'm like, oh,
You hit one on
love that.
You hit
Love
one
that.
on yesterday. There was a par 5 that you hit the green into with a 3 wood early in the round, and I was like, and it was like sort of blowing into
Yeah, our 20, it's the 22nd hole, but it was our 4th.
4th for the day.
Yeah, I had 229 in this par 5 just back into the wind, and it never left the hole. And I'm like a laced 3 wood, and because it was back into a half club wind, it was like sort of playing 240. So I'm like, I can get it there, but it has to be
hard.
it has to be the best one I've hit, and it never left the hole. And it that was a better feeling than hitting an 80-meter wedge shot to a foot.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to blow smoke up my ass, but hitting a wedge shot close is what I'm
Supposed to be
expect
doing.
from myself. That's what I'm trying to do every time.
Yeah.
But even with a 3 wood in my hand, if I can just get it going straight, like directly on my line, even if it draws or fades off my line a little bit, but yeah, getting one like that significant shot coming out and landing it in 2, that's like, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
That plays into mine because hitting a pure 3 wood.
Yeah,
and
there's
I've
nothing
recently
better.
discovered this when I went to New South Wales and I played at Tura Beach, and they've got a lot of par. I feel like they had a lot of par 5s.
Tura Beach is so hard.
Yeah, so I played there, and yeah, I was like got a good drive away, and then I was like,
Six par 5s for contact.
Yeah, I know.
do I just lay up here with a 9 or just go for it? And I was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Fuck it on my
Fuck it.
holidays.
Yeah, you're only here once.
Even
yeah.
though it's a comp round, I'm like, fuck it, I'm on holidays.
What's lay up mean? Out of interest. I've never heard that term before.
I should just say like keep it in play because my 3 wood can go this way, that way, anyway.
Same.
So when you flush a 3 wood, just like stays dead straight.
Yeah, nothing better.
That's like pure feeling.
Nothing better, man.
And the shot that you dread the most?
My shot that I dread the most is like a flop shot. You're close to the green and there's a bunker right in front of you.
Yeah,
Like
short side. Generally short side.
That
Yeah,
flop shot over that bunker
Yeah.
and trying to stick it.
yeah. Yeah.
So also when that pulls off,
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty
It's
good.
like,
I think
He says that, and I just think of 3 at Berg.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
anything right of the green at 3
Well-
when you're short, like that bunker's
especially
there
when the
with
greens are
down
quick.
slope.
Especially when the greens are quick. Yeah.
well, I remember I was on the right
Yeah.
in the right bushes
Yeah.
there. And
And
I
you hit,
actually-
hit an unreal shot.
I was like, where'd that come from?
Exactly. He was like right of right a couple weeks ago. At,
We were looking
Berg.
for my ball for ages, and
Yeah.
then Craig comes up. He's like, "No, you're back here." I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, sweet."
And he had like 65 meters in from like.
Oh, you're almost on T-box.
From the dust. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
Nearly women's tee.
And just hits this, and it clipped perfectly.
Yeah, and it, like,
I was
spun
like
its head off.
standing over my shot, just a couple of practice shots, not even watching, because I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, we'll see how this goes. And then I hear it, and I'm like, whoa, there it is.
you know the
Right.
sound. You're like, where's that?
Yeah, correct. And I'm just seeing it float, and it just bounces like 1 hop, 2 hop, stop,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
25 feet. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, shot.
It's the best in it.
Right.
And then that was it. My 56-degree wedge said, "All right, I'm done for today."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. I'm never hitting a good shot for you
Didn't want
again.
to come
Yeah.
back out
That's
again.
it.
Still hasn't come back out.
Yeah.
My question for you, Mark, I want to know what your dream golf event is for chasing birdies.
That's a good one.
I want to know
That's a pearler.
number of players, golf course, and just like idea, like number one. Give me one perfect sponsor as well. If you could, a dream sponsor, dream golf course, dream number of players.
Good question.
Good question. Good question.
Try and keep it in the country if you
Yeah, I want to keep it in Vic, to be honest. To be honest, I've always wanted to run like a real good charity day, like
Okay.
a real good charity golf event,
Yep.
supporting a good cause and have a big field. Like
Yeah.
if we can fill
A
out
full field?
full shotgun start field.
Like a 120 sort of stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, what's a shotgun start?
Yeah.
Anywhere from 80 to 120.
Yeah. Anyway.
So something like that would be the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Like to run. And I feel like to do that, we're going to need to bring some groups together.
Of course.
But yeah, to run a full field charity golf day, golf course. See, it's hard because like I don't think we could get on anywhere like Sandbelt or anything like that. I don't know. It
depends.
has to be a midweek round.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
You'd have to find the.
yeah.
And maybe find a few members that might be able to put a good
Yeah.
word for you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's probably easier to say one of those courses. But to be honest, I like Moona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
like
glad he
Moona.
said Moona.
Yeah,
You love Moon.
I fucking love that joint. And
field.
honestly, that's where I thought he would
Moona's
go.
sick.
Because it's
Moona's sick.
you can access
they've
it.
got the
Yeah,
two
yeah.
courses there. Yeah, or 13th Beach. I've never played 13th Beach, but I've heard good
Neither.
things.
13th Beach is good.
Yeah.
13th Beach is good. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
maybe one of those two.
Moona's like the better 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with 13th.
Yeah.
13th is a very. It's actually got a lot of members there.
Yeah.
That's a very popular golf course because down there you probably only have probably Barwon and Port Arlington might be the only other two that
Yeah.
I can really think of.
Lonsdale
Top. Oh, you got
Links.
Lonsdale as well.
Yes.
Kerr Lewis. But yeah,
Stick over
to
there.
the standard of 13th Beach and
But yeah, 13th and Barwon. Barwon's
Yeah.
sick, but you
Yeah.
won't get onto
Barwon
that.
would be sick.
You won't get onto that. Yeah, well.
And did you have a dream sponsor in mind? Like just, is it a golf brand? Is
Sunday Red. Sorry. sorry.
Is it a car brand? Is it, imagine that. You get Mercedes-Benz to sponsor an NTP, winner gets a car.
You could probably,
Hole-in-one.
no shit, you could probably get BMW. They're very, very compliant with those sort of like golf days. They love charity days. Love charity days.
Car
Yeah.
shot would be cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had an opportunity at that Melbourne Victory Golf Day.
Yeah.
Subaru was up for grabs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I got a pin high. It was just 10, 15 meters to the right.
Yeah.
Was it on the green? No.
Oh, you can't.
Pin high.
Yeah, no. Tiger always says it's
Club
pin high, baby.
selection was
Yeah.
right. Just didn't execute.
Yeah.
that's
Apart
it.
from the line of length, it was good.
18th hole at Q.
Yeah.
Ah,
I think you always got to go a club up. I don't know. I've only played it twice.
It plays uphill a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Car dealer would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
sick.
cool.
That'd be so
That'd
cool.
be
Get
very
Elon
cool.
down. Put
Yeah.
a few Teslas up.
Oh, imagine that. Put a rocket on the.
Trip to Mars.
Mars is the Naga. That's the Naga. I do have a question.
Go.
So I've sort of just thought of it in the last probably 10 minutes.
Cool.
One, it's not, I wouldn't say two-parter, but there's a bit of. One, has there ever been a hole-in-one at any of your events? And two, what's the best winning score out of any of the events
That's
so
a
far?
good question.
I
What's
can
the
answer
best
that one
winning
straight
score?
away.
Right.
It was at Creswick
Yeah.
Goldfields. 46 points was the winning score on,
Fuck
Oh,
me.
shit.
the day.
46.
Yeah.
What were they
Individual
playing off out of
Stableford?
interest?
Huh?
Individual stable.
Oh, so it was the President's Cup. So we're playing a teams event,
Yeah.
but we're also tracking individual. Stables.
Individual, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, cool.
So it was Vizza. I'll shout him out,
46.
Vizza.
What was he
away
playing off
46.
out of interest?
Oh, what was he on the day? He was probably at like 24. I
Yeah,
think.
okay, that's awesome.
Still good
Shooting
golf.
mid-80s off that.
Still good
He,
golf.
and I is in his group. So
Oh,
I
really?
witnessed it. Yeah.
And he just lit it up.
Dude, like he was hot and cold with the driver, but his approach shots into greens were just sticking.
Yeah,
Everything was sticking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was just
Just
it
had
was
a
so
day
much.
out.
Yeah. And I was
So
like,
good.
because he wasn't a member yet. He's a member at Midway now.
Yeah. Nice.
But he wasn't a member anyway. It was just a SGA
Yeah,
handicap.
Yeah.
I was like, you make sure you submit that.
Yeah.
Social,
It's gonna go from
social
playing off
round.
24 to 11.
I think,
Like-
where it does the like minus two
Yeah.
or plus two. Or
Yeah.
The green goes on all your scores.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it did for 2 strokes on all
Oh,
his
Jesus.
scores.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Unreal.
So yeah, that was the most points scored at an event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other bit?
Any hole-in-ones?
No hole in
No
ones.
hole-in-ones.
There's one.
That'll
We
change.
went close in Gisborne. Jared
Yeah.
From two married golfers.
I see a lot of their content. I was actually going to mention them
Good bloke,
earlier.
Jared, yeah. He came close in Gisborne.
Yeah.
Hit the hole over the water. Can't remember the number. Back 9.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
seeing his
yeah,
TikTok about
yeah.
it. It was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
close.
Yeah, he always does like a round recap.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Nah, it's really good.
What do you put it to in interest, or was it like a foot or
Oh, it was probably
something close
2 feet.
inside 3 feet? Yeah,
pretty close.
Wow.
Are they playing in our day?
No, I think he's got Pennant.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
He's Anglesey.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's a groundskeeper there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
How good.
Yeah, right. Angles is a good track.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great track.
So he can't make it.
But no, that's all right. But no hole in ones yet. The deadlock is yet to be broken.
Yarrambat.
It's coming.
It's coming.
100%.
I'm feeling it actually.
Yeah.
Like during the pro-am I played last week or the week before, I was actually going on a bit of a run on the front 9. I eagled 7, and then I step up on 8, and they have this new camera system now.
I've seen this.
Oh, yeah, actually,
I
I've seen
forgot
that.
what it's called. I forgot what it's
You
called. But
scan the QR code.
correct. There's a big banner. You scan the QR code. You pay a couple of bucks. I think it's $2.
Yeah.
And there's 2 cameras.
Yeah.
And if you hole it, the jackpot keeps going up.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
at the moment it's like 6 to 8 grand or something, and it
So
keeps.
all the money that you pay to activate the cameras goes into a kitty essentially.
Price
yes,
pool, yeah.
pretty
And
much.
hole in one takes the cash.
Hole in one takes it.
That is
sick.
one of the best ideas
Great.
I've ever seen.
You'll see it. It's on the 8th. You have a big black pole, big
it's
camera
on the
behind the tee box, one up at the green. Anyway, I'm standing and they're presenting it. These
Yeah.
guys are there. It's called Ace Society.
Yeah, something like that. But it's a nationwide. It's all Australia.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Oh,
around-
really?
any
they've
course in Australia can set this up at their.
Unreal.
They don't have, not every course. Yeah,
They
you're
don't
right.
all have it,
There's
but-
about 8
Yeah.
places at the moment. I'm like, if you can get this at 100 courses around Australia,
Yeah.
It's
you're
game-changing.
chilling.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's every day.
Yeah.
Every day, whoever goes past goes, oh, a couple bucks? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Like, it's a couple bucks, right? Anyway, and yeah, I've hit this shot. It was like 156, slightly downwind off the right. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll just put an 8 iron back in the stance and sort of trap it a bit. And it's going fucking straight at it. I'm like, fuck, I should have scanned the code. And he goes, no pros allowed, champ. So I turned around before the ball even landed. I was already mad. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, this is in.
Yeah.
Like, it's in. It's pitched like 4 feet high, the hole. Jumped up and spun left and sat like this close, like pin high right of it. I'm like, you're fucking kidding. I would have got naked and jumped in the pond. Right, but yeah, you'll see it. It's a grouse idea.
Well, maybe we might have to talk about putting the wedge up for grabs on 8. And then we tell everyone they've got to enter into the...
I think we'll discuss this off camera.
We'll discuss it, but I think that could be an option.
Yeah.
I do it. I fucking do it. Do it.
Mate, I don't think I can stress this enough. We can't believe how quickly this has come along, the golf day. We are super, super thankful for all the hard work you've put in so far, organising it. We cannot wait to do more of them.
And
We haven't even had...
I hope we're easy to deal with too.
Yeah.
And gathering people.
And I hope we haven't completely, thrown you off running future events with us in the in the
put a
future.
sour taste
When
in
we
it.
first announced it and the spots were filling quick, I was like, shit, we haven't reserved enough spots.
Yeah.
And then we had to extend extra bookings.
That's a good sign though,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I'm stoked with
Stoked
it.
with
And
it.
a massive shout out to Yarrambat for being
Yeah.
flexible enough to give us
Yeah.
a few extra spots. To,
The boys
to
out
cater.
there are very, very good.
Yeah. So
Boys out there are very good.
Yeah.
we're
They
definitely
they did help us out a fair bit. I think they had to call up another social group and be like, can you push back half an hour?
Yeah, you got
we can get
you got
these
Brock,
extra-
you got
awesome.
Matt, you got Tobes out
Yeah.
there. Like they're
So
Brock's
and
been-
thank you to those guys for pushing their tea times back half an hour.
Yeah,
Let us
whoever
jump in
they
a
are,
little.
yeah.
Yeah, whoever they are, that's
Father
awesome.
Son group. I can't remember their name, but yeah, thank you.
Oh, very good. But Mark, I reckon that's a good spot to leave it there, mate. We're
Yeah,
just
it's been
pushing
fun.
an hour.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much for coming in, mate. We really do appreciate it. And again, thanks for all the hard work you put in for this golf day. We are so keen for it. Thank you to all the sponsors for jumping on board: Clutch & Co, Moondog Brewery, H Golf, Wilson Golf, Flat Stick, and Marcus Raptopoulos. Of course, we always mention him last
the big fella.
because he's a flog.
We're mentioning him last. That's all I'll say. That's all. No. That's a little hint if you can read into that.
Yeah, we are mentioning him last. That's all we'll say.
Yeah. There's a little hint there.
So I'll see you in a couple of weeks, Raptor.
Yeah, there's another hint.
There's another hint.
No, anyway.
Don't give too much away.
Anyway.
Far out.
Anyway.
But no, thank you again, Mark, for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this episode, please be sure to head down to the description, hit the like and subscribe button. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to check out Chasing Birdies on Instagram. All their details will be down in the description below. Hit them very, very well. Thank you again, Mark, and we will see you next week. Cheers.